Hello Scorpio, welcome to September. This is the overall energy for September for the first 2 weeks of September 1st through the 15th. And it again is a general reading, and it may not resonate with everybody, so take what fits. If it doesn't fit, let it go. Also look at your sun rising signs, and at times, sometimes if you have a significant other, it could be role reversed, so any of those possibilities. But again, this is a reading for the overall energy for the first 2 weeks of September 2020. And I'll take a moment to say thank you again for watching this video and coming to my YouTube channel of As I See You Tarot. I definitely appreciate it, and I look forward to it. And this is a good reminder to, if you like this and it resonates with you, or there's something you like about it, if you will please do the big three, which is click the like button, click the subscribe, and click the notification. Those are all important to the YouTube algorithms and will help support me and my channel, so thank you for consideration of that. So let's get started. Scorpios, I have already shuffled the cards to save some time here and asked the angels and spirit guides for guidance in what's the overall energy for the first 2 weeks of September, and they've been already pulled, and we'll get started here. To start out here, we have our past influences, which could be things that have been going on for a recent time frame, anywhere between 3 to 6 months, and could be still carrying over. This is your past influences. The second card is your present, things that are going on in your present circumstances that you might be dealing with. The third card here is your future. These are issues that are sort of what to anticipate within your future of this energy field here in the card. And the fourth card is challenges. These are things that you could expect to see challenges of if they're there, and it doesn't mean it will occur. It just means that if it does occur, you can nip it in the bud and sort of correct it quickly. And then finally here on our fourth card, we have our outcomes. So we will start here. Oh, we have the Hermaph. So here we have, when the card, this is this card here, Scorpio, in your past influences, it's showing that this card typically, is bringing up some Scorpios are looking at spiritual values and beliefs. This card particularly is associated with that, or some sort of formal doctrine. The purpose behind this, when it shows up in your reading, is that for Scorpio, you can discover your own belief systems and sort of make your own choices. So this card encourages you to learn the fundamental principles of trusted of that trusted source, whatever is important to you or has value to you when it comes to sort of a spiritual guidance. And again, spiritual can be anything that's important to you. It's sort of saying that some Scorpios may have worked as a teacher or a mentor or a guide in either formal or informal sort of process, and if you've worked with a teacher, mentor, or guide, perhaps the discussions were around those sort of spiritual values or beliefs in some sort of structured way. This card basically represents the authority, or a kind of generous mentor who sort of nurtures and nurtures your spiritual awareness and helps you, Scorpio, to access the divine by understanding the traditions and the core principles and getting the full picture. Some Scorpios may have undertaken sort of a period of a formal study to delve into this subject, and sort of just reconnect it with it. Or it may not have been anything formal. You may have just taken time on your own to sort of look at your own belief systems and your own without anything formal. So maybe your own self-thought, which is typical for Scorpios. If some Scorpios, let's say if you've already have mastered that sort of field of study, that some sort of spiritual guidance that has of interest to you, this is where you might be mentoring other people, or someone may have approached you and you're sort of just sharing your philosophy and helping someone else out, and so it could be the sort of a role reversal there. This card here in your past is sort of telling me that for Scorpios, stay within the bounds of your tried and true model right now. It's saying don't go out on a limb and look for anything new or try to create something new or to look beyond it. And it's telling me for Scorpios that you were in your past here that it was important for you to just stay to the tried and true, stay within the boundaries of whatever that you knew of and or that you were working with, because that would have served you better. That sort of adhere to the principles and rules, and you'd have a successful outcome in your past here that carries over to your current influence. This card also pops up for Scorpios who sort of need to carry on family traditions and the sacred rituals or whatever they may be for your particular family that sort of have been neglected or put on the wayside. This is a card that could have been, some Scorpios may have been having relationships issues and children may have been involved, and you're looking at you get caught up in the rat race and whatever else disagreements or challenges, whatever they may be, and some Scorpios were sort of reminiscing about what they've sort of lost during that process, and perhaps we're focusing on trying to get those foundations, particularly if you had kids or some interest back in place here. This card also speaks to sort of group memberships, and perhaps some Scorpios were a part of a group institution or a volunteer group or something where there's other people got together and shared their ideas and experiences, and there's a sense of comfort that we're surrounded by people that think like you or who have an established belief system and sort of support that. And some may have found it, and it also could have been a church or religious group, but it could have been friends or a wine club or a book club. Whatever was of interest to you, perhaps some Scorpios were able to participate in that and sort of allow the creative thinking and prompt sort of further learning. Oops. Now, in our present, we have the Prince of Swords. Now, keep in mind, in some tarot deck cards, the Prince is also known as the Page, so they might be uniform or interchangeable. So here, Scorpio, in your present, what do we have here? This card, when it shows up here, Scorpio, it's full of energy and it's full of passion and enthusiasm. And we know Scorpios, you got energy and passion for the most part. But I think I'm getting the feeling here that this card is showing up for Scorpios right now in your present sort of overall energy is because you perhaps are busting with new ideas for your future or you're thinking about your future, and that some Scorpios are excited about starting either a new project or pursuing a new approach or something starting new. Usually something that's about starting new here is what a Page. And the Prince or the Page here basically is a messenger, and they're bringing you messages that sort of are enlightening or sparking the interest or perhaps planting a seed for you, and this is on your mind. And again, it could be new relationships, it could be new school, it could be moving, it could be anything. It's a new idea, new job, thinking things differently or seeing outside whatever criteria that you haven't looked at it before. But it's all about passion and energy and enthusiasm and looking at something new, and wanting to start something new. Now, it doesn't mean that you've accomplished it. This is just telling me that you've been thinking about it, and it's been on your mind at least. What happens here is that when anytime you get pages or princes and princesses in any sort of tarot card reading, it's always about a promising. It's a promising outlook, and it's basically saying, Scorpio, that you need something else to follow through and to keep the pace. So this sort of plants the seed. It's up to you, Scorpio, to identify what that is and to keep it moving. The Prince of Swords here, emerges, when it's needed, and sort of it encourages the new way of thinking and new ideas, new perspectives, new knowledge, new techniques. We know, Scorpio, that you have a curious mind, and there can be a thirst for knowledge, and perhaps this is right now for many of you during this time that you're trying to explore those fresh way of thinkings, that you're trying to look at new approaches again. You're asking lots of questions, and if you haven't asked, you want to ask a lot of questions, and perhaps you're gathering as much information as possible in this in your present here, this is really about an exploratory process and or phase. And and keep in mind that if you make some mistakes or there's some minor challenges along the way, it's be curious with it and have fun with it, and you will succeed. If you think it's a chore and you're not wanting to do it, it's not going to. So it's all about how you're feeling about this. And if you're feeling passion and enthused about something new, the little hard work or little challenges will go away. And this card is saying that you'll be successful if you proceed with it. This card here also relates to communication, and it can suggest that, for some Scorpios, you're exploring a different way of expressing yourself with others and communicating your ideas and your opinions. Some may be drawn to some sort of public speaking or speaking up at an event or a meeting or something, or writing something to communicate your opinions and ideas. You may start a blog, or you just may want to feel like voicing your opinion to that you've never voiced before. This card represents sort of the natural communicator, and it's ready to take the next step from the message that this card is carrying. So it's delivering a message to you, Scorpio, and telling you to go forth and bring it forward. Get through the exploratory phase and be open to new ways of expressing yourself, and sort of in discovering those inner talents. If you Scorpios have been looking for a sign to sort of change or to move ahead with something, this card is telling you now is the time. It's saying, move ahead on that new project. It's saying go for it. You may have challenges, but if you're having fun with it and you're thrilled, you will get through them and you will learn from them. This card encourages Scorpio to move forward and to get the wheels in motion despite any challenges or setbacks, and that might stand in the way. It's also saying, if you're telling yourself, oh, I want to do it, but I don't have everything in place, this card is saying don't wait for everything to have in place, because you won't have it. This is saying jumpstart and just dive in. That's the best way you're going to do it, and you're going to have fun with it. And Scorpio, you will succeed in whatever this new idea or new way of thinking is for you. So if this also for Scorpios who are involved in relationships with some sort of significant person, and this card is about exploring the ability to communicate with that person. So if there's been communication challenges in your current relationship, this card's going to say it's time to clean up your communication and find new ways to communicate. This swords here can also, allows the expression of tension and conflict, and that energy sometimes can be bundled up and projected in different ways. So this card is saying that if you find yourself wanting to spew all kinds of ideas and things, it's to be patient and make sure you have all the information and knowledge before you do that. In other words, don't go off half-cocked. This is about if you have a true emotion that you want to share, is do it appropriately. Don't attack. Don't use your scorpion tail there to kill your other half. That's not what we're trying to do here. This card is saying, be patient. Be patient about yourself. Stay open to other people's views. Listen to other people, and don't make assumptions in here. So, and you will be a better person for it. In our third card, this represents Seven of Cups. So this has to do with our immediate future here of these sort of overall energy here. So, again, this card represents new opportunities and choices. So it's right in line with your first two cards. It's telling me that Scorpio, this card's appearing here, because some Scorpios may have lots of options and opportunities that you can choose, and that's a good thing. Except this card's going to say is be careful how you choose it, and make sure that you're not having an idealistic or unrealistic goals in whatever you're doing. Do your homework here. If you're presented with opportunities of promises of more money or more fame or more power, that's anything that may sound a little too good to be true. It's asking and sharing with you, Scorpio, to dig a little differently, get a different point of view first, because you may not get everything that you're being sold. So it's about asking questions first. Don't go blindly. For some Scorpios, if your ego has been out there for a little bit, you might be wanting for a specific direction, where to go. This card is saying, check in with your higher self. and trust yourself and go to deeper and look at your your intuition and trust your instincts, and you'll discover and make the right choice for you, Scorpio. I'm also picking up this card here is brings up sort of wishful thinking and projecting into the future, thinking about what your future is going to look like, Scorpio. And this is not about taking action. This is about thinking and sort of mastering a plan of what you envision it to be. And perhaps many are having that ideas of, is your future going to change, or maybe your future right now is not what it was 10 years ago, 5 years ago, or 2 weeks ago. This is saying open your eyes and sort of envision what it is that it's reassess. That's the word that's coming up. It's time to do a reassessment, and perhaps I need to modify or change things because things change. So this is about if you Scorpio, it's telling me that if you spend time wishing what you want but not doing the work with it, then you're going to have a different outcome. So it's about thinking about it, planning for it, be objective with it, but you have to sort of kickstart it and don't just sit on it. So especially if the ideas and things are sort of floating around in your head, write them down and relook at them and let it play out. Spend a little bit of time on them every day. I see. What else am I going here? It's just lots of new plans, new changes, and I'm not picking up that there's going to be any major stumbling blocks. There might be some minor challenges, but this card here is saying, Scorpio, that don't let that stop you. That you would get through the minor challenges. It's just stay focused and take one thing at a time. Don't try to multitask. So the overall energy of this card here in this reading here, Scorpio, is it's basically saying, it's inviting you to sort of move ideas and options that perhaps served you in the past but aren't serving you right now. Let them go, release them, and perhaps for some Scorpios, if you're looking for new plans and new ideas and sort of a new feeling and new opportunities, this one's saying, look at all your options and write down your pros and cons and write down what's important to you, and think of the laws of attraction and let the universe put it out to the universe about what it is that you're looking for, and then feel good about everything that you're doing and focus on the feel good of whatever you're wanting or wishing for, and get yourself in that vibrational realignment, and your highest good is going to come out of your future there. In our third card, we have a major arcana card, and this is the Sun, which is a wonderful, very nice to have in anyone's card. So a little glare there, but get rid of that. Let's see. The Sun. I get stuck on my little glare. Weird. Sorry about that glare on the thing there, but that's the Sun. This card's coming up, Scorpio, and basically is giving you strength, and it's telling you that no matter where you go or what you do, you, Scorpio, are going to radiate this positive and positive energy, and it's like the sun. It's going to bounce off of you and illuminate, and it's going to bring you some happiness and joy for you, perhaps that you haven't felt in some time. So it's people are going to be drawn to you, Scorpio. They already are, in some ways, but this is going to be sort of a warmth, and it's going to be a warm energy that you're going to be feeling here, Scorpio, and people will react to it. It's going to help you succeed in anything that you're putting your mind to it. And it's also saying that you're going to be in a position that you can share sort of your highest qualities and your achievements with others. You can radiate those positive sort of things that you have and teach others. That goes back to either being the mentor or and participating and and working with others. If some Scorpios, if you've been going through a difficult time, the Sun brings you the message that you've been waiting long for, things to get better, and this card says things will get better. Although the challenges, may not be totally resolved, but how you feel about the challenges and the outcomes of them are going to get better. And that, if, again, look at laws of attraction and think positively and feel positively, and, you have to do your work with that too when you put it out to the universe, and the universe will bring things when you're ready for it. And so, if you're brimming and with confidence, and because you just know that things are going to work out if you do your portion of it, which is feel good about it and focus on the positive, then you should have the Sun's going to be good for you here. Scorpio, this card here also tells me that it's a power base, and it's not fear driven, it's not an egotistical power. This is about sort of an abundant inner energy, and that it's going to be radiating through you at this period. And people are going to be seeing for it, and they're going to be asking you where you got your energy and all this other stuff. But this is about also taking care of yourself and thinking positive and living a positive sort of example here. So it's an energetic card, and this is going to reflect a time that you have to expect sort of to experience these sort of increased physical energy. That's a vitality and a positiveness, and you're going to be bursting with this sort of enthusiasm and joy. This is a wonderful card that's, with all these things here, there's great success with some work and some, being mindful of it, and you'll do very well here. In our outcomes, we have the Nine of Cups. And here we have the cups. Are good. Love cup runneth over, and you see the cups on this card here. And this is basically, this card coming up here in your outcome is Scorpio. For many, is going to be your heart's going to be overflowing with love and appreciation of everything that you've created. And then this Nine of Cups is about emotional fulfillment, and it's about happiness and contentment. And having this card sort of show up here in your outcome is interesting because it's going to be in all aspects of your life. And if it hasn't in the past, this card says it's going to be. If you believe in it and you want it bad enough, the universe will deliver this to you. So it's going to say you're going to be basking at that sort of abundance of life and experience that's going to pay off, and use it to teach other people and learn from other people. That this Nine of Cups is also often called sort of a wish card, and it comes as a sign that the planets are aligned, and you have everything that you wish for, Scorpio. And this is about, you can't be happier. I mean, it's you made your wishes, and your wishes are going to come. You may have to be patient about it, but they're going to come. And this card is an excellent omen that it will soon be granted. Remember, the universe, is hearing you all the time, and they will deliver when you think you're ready for it. So it's sitting up there. The Nine of Cups, Scorpio, is also an invitation to sort of splurge and indulge and enjoy life's pleasures. It's Scorpio. It's about enjoying good food and wine, appreciating the arts, making love. It's about relaxing at a luxurious resort, or taking care of yourself or whoever else. It's about thriving and giving you permission to relax and temporarily, and to not feel guilty about it. It's going to be good. It's a great card to have here. So I'm picking up here also that for some Scorpios, this is going to remind you to sort of count your blessings and express gratitude for what you have. Don't take things for granted. It's telling me that it's advising here Scorpios to start each and every day creating a sort of mental list of 3 things that you are happy about. Focus on those happy things. Do your part of the work for the laws of attraction and for the universe, or what you are maybe wanting to manifest or to look for. But be happy with what you have. You have a lot of things and a lot of good things in there, Scorpio, and he doesn't show up for it. And this is about bringing it forth. If it hasn't come forward, put yourself in your vibrational alignment, get your external thoughts and your inner source and merge them together, and think those happy thoughts and think the success that you want, and live it now, and it will come. So it's yeah, I keep picking up the the laws of attraction here. So it's about again. If some Scorpios were struggling to find the positive side of life, then the universe is going to deliver those struggles. So it's all about what you want to focus on, and the universe will modify and change them. But you have to do your part here. So I'm picking up for Scorpios to keep in mind that with the Nine of Cups, it looks like the person on this card is going to be comfortable, but they're comfortable for a limited period, and that period's going to pass if you don't do what you need to do, which is get yourself in alignment, and you'll feel good about it. So again, positive things to come here, Scorpio. Good things. So I hope again that this general reading resonates with the larger collective of Scorpios. And if it doesn't fit you or any part of it, please let it go. Look at your sun rising, and also again understand it could be reversed. And the masculine and feminine sort of qualities are not gender specific in card reading. So there you have it, and it was a wonderful reading, Scorpio, and I wish you the best. Thank you again for watching this video and my channel, and I do appreciate if you click the like button, the Xolar buttons, or Xolar, the subscribe buttons, and click on the notification bell, and that would help the YouTube's algorithms in my channel, and I would appreciate it very much. So Scorpio, wish you very well, and this is again, enjoy your first 2 weeks of September, and we will see you in the end. Thank you so much, and have a good one.